Me and said we was going to get something to eat.
Before you continue, shout out to all the squatters of the world. Y'all just motherfucking put me onto some game. Because like I was saying before, Jim Jones was saying that shit. That's how he fucking survived Miami in the early stages with that damn squatters right. I need to go to fucking Miami, California. I'm a squatter, bitch. Kick me the fuck out. I dare you. And mansions. These were squatting in mansions.
Yeah, they can't kick you out.
That's the hustle. I'm doing some things wrong in this world. So yeah, so you was doing the squatters rights thing, and
yeah, my god brother came through. Actually, he had called me the day before. He heard about the audition. He asked me about it, and I was like, man, I'm not going to audition for no band with Diddy. He ain't gonna pick me. So he's like, oh, all right, because they know how I am. If I be like, nah, then they know leave me alone because I'm going to stick to the nah. Yeah. But he came to the house and he actually was like, I'm going to take you out to get something to eat. You know, his woman ain't going to turn out.
Right, no free food. You fucking out your mind.
So I ended up going. And we passed in all the fast food places and I knew something was up. By the time I realized what was going on, we was downtown Detroit at the Fox Theater. And the line was like wrapped around 4 buildings. And I was like, oh man, ain't no way I'm ever going to get to the front. They was like, well, you known in the city. Like, if you walk the line, somebody may let you cut in front of them.
Oh, I do that all the time. I be acting like I'm pretend cousins with people just to get in the concert. Fucking me.
Cut the line. Somebody let me get in front of him. His name is Infamous from Detroit. Shout out Infamous.
Shout out Infamous.
And got in front of him. And the crazy thing about it was a hot day. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, it just started raining. So that made, like, the line really disperse. So now it's like 30 to 40 of us outside. The security came outside and was like, oh, we only taking like 10 more people in. So at this time, I forgot to mention my baby daddy was with me too, with my best friend Nugget. And so at this time, everybody like, what? We been out here, we standing in the rain, we all getting in. So while the crowd is getting all antsy and getting crazy, my baby daddy snuck behind the security guy because he trying to keep the crowd, you know, intact. And he was like, come on, right, catch me, you know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, come on. So I followed him, went right in the foyer. Now, mind you, it was a bunch of people that's been there for hours. The lady came out with her earpiece and said, I'm only taking one more person. She looked, she was like, you come on. And people was like, she just walked in, we've been here for hours. I was like, me? She's like, okay, you keep on looking around. Like, you don't know what's going on.
Shit
pick
was
somebody
meant to
else.
you. That was God getting rid of the roaches.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So did you remember, did you have to perform? Like,
Yeah,
what was the
I
audition
performed.
like?
The audition, once I got into the theater, they had people in the balcony, people that already auditioned since like 6 in the morning. So by this time, it's like 4 or 5 in the evening. So it was a bunch of people there. I remember seeing all these cameras. I remember seeing the table and it had empty. I said, "Yo, this is really a audition, like, you know what I'm saying?" Hard was sitting at the table, and he said, "Well, you're next. Go on stage, state your name, where you from, and what you want to do."
Was Diddy there?
No, he wasn't at the first audition.
Okay.
And then he said, when I told him, you know, my name, what I do, and he said, "Okay, what beat you want?" And I said, "Well, I want Niggas Bleed by Biggie."
Okay, Niggas Bleed, just like, well, that's hard.
And he's like, it's so funny because the people in the panel was like, she can't handle that beat, you know what I'm saying? Got up there, started rocking, and then everybody was like,
Do you remember what you said?
No, I don't.
No, because I was about to make you say it like, let's get it.
I was in a zone, and then like, I would say like 20 seconds into the rhyme, they said, all right, we heard enough. And then a guy came with an earpiece. His name is Kenny Hall.
Okay.
He came and he was like, "Follow me." And I followed him into his other room. And we did this interview, and he said, "Well, we're gonna see if we make it to the next round." So when everything was over, they split everybody up from the balcony. They had some people on this side, and they had, you know, me and this crowd on this side. So Kenny Hall said, he said to the people on the other side, he said, "Thanks for coming out, but we don't need you no more. Y'all cut." Everybody started going. I said, "Oh man!"
I know niggas be fighting though, cause I know people be having like their church casket ready. They be passing their sharp with their A game, and I know for somebody to be like, "You gotta go," that must hurt. So I know, fights broke out. Was it a riot?
No, it was like people was like,
cause I would have had a riot. Fuck you, mean? I gotta
come. They was doing, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, "Well, you know, I don't want to have to call security or the police to get y'all out of here. Let's just leave in peace." So then he came to us. He said, "Now for you guys on this side," and he just stopped, got quiet. Everybody like, "Oh man. You know how they have you doing the antsy thing for a minute? Y'all made it to the next round. I was like, whew. And it was the next day. So it was like 3 rounds in Detroit. And then after that, they said...
So it was basically the same thing each round. They kept cutting the same thing. Wow.
And then they said, after I made it to the 3rd round, they said, well, we're going to give you a call to let you know if you made it to get in front of Diddy in New York. So when they did that, I'm like, oh, this was a whole hoax. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you mean, give me a call? I was like, psh. About a week later, they gave me a call. I sent a limo to take me to the airport. Said
what kind of limo? Was it like a Benz or a Lincoln?
It was just a regular limo.
Like prom type of Lincoln? Prom limo?
But you know, for
Diddy, you could have did better than that bullshit.
For a squatter, it was like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
It was lit, though.
Yeah,
so tell me what the moment was like when you finally met Diddy. I know it was like a whole bunch of, back and forth, and you got to come here, there. They probably fed you, showed you your hotel, and did all that where you would be staying. Did they do that?
They didn't show. When we got there to New York, we automatically went to the hotel. So we was at the Belvedere.
Oh, they laced y'all.
Yeah, they laced us. And like I said, for a squatter, I'm looking around like this. You know what I mean?
Did you still soaps and shampoos? I do that without being a scholar. What? Yes, the towels too. Some what they call boudettes or some shit. The shit that wrap around it. I'm coming for you hotels.
When I met Diddy. Now, mind you, I noticed like the MTV cast at that time, the producers and stuff, they was real nice to me. And they used to always interview me, and I'm like, why they always got a camera in my face? But Diddy was actually watching all the interviews with the contestants, and I didn't know that.
To fill you out.
You
smart motherfucker. Yeah.
So, when I first met Diddy was in Justin's, like, physically, like, being able to, like, really talk. And,
what was his personality? Because I'm dying to meet Diddy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Right now, the Misty Blanco, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am sitting right here. And it was an honor to meet him, and I love Diddy. I still love him. Like, a lot of people have things to say about Diddy as far as like, yo, he robbed people. Nah, my thing is you have to know the business. If you don't know the business, that's like you don't know about the block when you want to run out there and sell drugs, and then you like, hold on, to connect getting this much, and I'm only getting this much. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Diddy. Like, I love Diddy.
Well, how do you feel about him talking about in talks of trying to buy the Panthers? I do believe the Panthers, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The NFL team.
Yeah.
I think it's South Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Sorry to the Carolinas. North Carolina Panthers.
I feel like he should do it. Go. And it's so crazy on the Grammy nominee list. I came in, me and my homeboy Prince, we came in at 159 for the song Who the Fuck You Think You Talking To? Diddy was at 150, so he got the list. I was able to look over and see my name. Yeah. So shout out Diddy. Anything that he's doing, anything that any person is doing, to further themselves, shout out.
Have he ever reached out to you in recent years, and did y'all ever have a discussion?
We have yet to sit down. It's in the works, so.
Did you reach out to him, or?
Kind of vice versa.
He reached out to you?
Some mutual people.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so.
You know what I be thinking? He be doing that fucking Diddy dance every time he's walking through a corridor or something. Does he do that?
No.
Like, is he funny?
He's funny. He's very intelligent. He's really cool. Like, a lot of people need to know that about Diddy. He's really, really cool.
I mean, because I'm not going to front. Like, in my position, he seems kind of like standoffish. Like, if he'll try you before he'll fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll put you through a few hurdles and make
Yeah, he will do that because you got to think. You got to think, though. Here's a man who made a conglomerate from nothing. Like, he told me a story, me in the basement, being bad boy when he first was starting and stuff off when he was uptown and people didn't believe in him. So it's kind of like where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? And, people disrespected him, thought he was a game, but he had to believe in himself. And everything that he has, he built that on his own. So, therefore, I noticed even at the bottom, I can't say I'm at the bottom, but at the bottom, you have to be very careful of the people that you select in your circle and bring around you. You know what I'm saying? So, Diddy's standoffish ways and his cockiness is, and him trying you is basically, can I trust you with all this that I built on my own, on my back, and with my team that I still have.
I'm glad you said that. So can you name 5 things that you took away from the whole making the band and even knowing Diddy, getting to know Diddy the way you know him? Is there 5 things that you took away from that experience that you still apply to your life this day?
Ambition, determination, dream, believe, go after it. It's no taking no for an answer. Diddy gave me all that. So when people see me now, they be like, oh my God, your hustle was crazy. They forget I was his protege. I watched, like, I can't speak about nobody else, and they probably did, you know. I watched this dude, like, and was studying him more so than being caught up in the, you know,
hype of him.
The hype of him.
Because I'm sorry, I probably would have been caught up in the hype. Like, I probably wouldn't even know how to say hello to this nigga because I'm such a fan. And not just a fan, I'm inspired by this dude. Like, I watch, like, I be like, you know what really gave me inspiration? When it was Diddy Run the City.
Yes.
Yeah, you had your bad boy. I was already a bad boy and everything. But I think he did like a documentary of his process to Diddy Run the City, and his knee was fucked up. His fucking foot got fucked up. That nigga had to go to Nike and get his fucking foot customly fitted so it won't fuck with his knee. Because it was on the verge of him not being able to run the city. That nigga got hit with so many roadblocks during that process. Even so, there was a few moments where he really, like, almost broke down. I think he didn't really go all the way because the camera was there, whatever. But you saw the pain in his eyes, like, damn. And he pushed through all that shit, like, and still ran the city.
On your show, and, you know, this is, like, real. I got mad love for Diddy, you know, and I feel like if anything ever happened to Diddy or something like that, I would really be distraught, like, because it's a weird relationship. Like, he gave me a lot. Like, I really love that dude, you know what I'm saying? And the young me at that time, what I had to learn, you know, going through incarceration, going through the things that I went through, we have to keep our emotions in check. I was emotional. I want to smack you. I want to argue. I was one of those people. I want to cry, you know. Whereas my emotions went off at the time when I toured the restaurant. A lot of people don't know that Diddy was going to give me a solo contract that night. And being the fact that I wowed out and didn't show composure, it was like, again, we talking about somebody who built a conglomerate. You're like, hold up. She can be a liability versus an asset. Here it is. I'm about to give you didn't want to be in the band. I don't want to let you go. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you a solo deal, but I wowed out before they could even tell.
So how was it like being with all these other people, having to share the spotlight with other people?
You know what? To be honest with you, I'm cool with that.
But you the leader, you fucking son of motherfuckers. You got them right under here. Like, hold up, you gonna take 2 steps, I take 4, right?
Yeah, I do come across like that, though.
I can see it. I smell it on you.
I don't mind sharing, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know how you have some
just
people,
a piece. Like, here you go.
No, I could be in a cut like that. You know what I'm saying?
And let somebody else take the lead.
Because I feel like my aura attract people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could be one of them people in the room where I don't have to say nothing to sit back and people like, what's she do? You know, what she got? Like, I'm one of them people, you know.
I mean, but you have to deal with like people day in and day out, their lifestyles and everything. Did you like imprisonment? Because you do, it's kind of like the same thing. So as far as the living with other people, having people in your space,
if we put it in layman terms, I was gelling, meaning you have to take yourself outside of yourself and study people. I didn't want to intermingle too much, because if I'm intermingling with you too much, then I can't see what you doing and what you up to. Yeah. I can't see how to counteract and, you know, play chess with the situation. So I was kind of one of them people that sit back and watch everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with the audition, I made it through 75,000 people to the final 12. Yeah. Anybody that's auditioning for stuff for me. The biggest mistake that you can make is when you're there at the audition practicing in front of all the contestants. I sat back during the audition like, okay, that's how she rapping. that's how he rapping. Oh, he don't do this, she do that. Let me turn it up on this. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this person that. Okay, you
Chestnut checkers,
you know what I mean?
nigga.
So I made it through 75,000 people to the finals.
Proud of you. Like
doing
your
that.
story is so. But fuck all the Diddy shit. I got enough I needed from the Diddy. I want to know who is, because I always ask this question, and I'm sad I didn't get to ask you on the stage. But who is your top 5 dead or alive, and why are they your top 5s?
Rick Ross. I love Rick Ross.
I love that Maybach music. You be on lean with that motherfucker.
Yeah,
right there.
I love Rick
I want to
Ross.
rub your stomach, Rick Ross, and play with your beard. I probably cornroll that motherfucker. Holla at me.
Rick Ross, I met him when he came out with Push It to the Limit, and we was on the red carpet together. You know, this was after making a band, and he's such a humble dude. He deserves.
You met him?
Yeah, I met him.
You the plug though. Like we didn't exchange numbers. Like you my new bestie and shit.
Yo, Rick Ross is that dude. I love him. But his hustle, him fighting the odds, and when people didn't believe that he could be the boss, and he is the boss.
And he's so laid back. Like he got that. I don't know, that shit with him. I can't even explain it.
Yeah, he chill a lot.
Right?
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I love Future. His
Why
story.
Future?
His story. And to know that, you know, he was once homeless in the streets, and then he started writing, like, you know, hooks for the Dungeon family, and being who he is, you know, sitting back, you know, watching, like, wow, you really went through damn near the same things I went through, and damn near on top of the world, you know. And he actually was the glitch in hip hop when he first came out. I'm not gonna lie, with the rap and stuff, I said, oh, because I was locked up. I was like, oh my god, they didn't tore up rap. But actually, on some real stuff.
What artists made you feel like they tore up rap? I got to know. It's after hours, goddammit.
In the beginning, I thought it was Future. You know what I'm saying?
That he fucked up hip hop?
Like, because it was this one song he came out with. I said, what is he? I was locked up. You know, when I got locked up, niggas was still spitting. You know, so when he was, I said, what is this? Oh, man.
You think he's the king of mumble rap?
Yes.
Wow.
You gotta get up to Future. And, you know, when I did my research on him and who he actually could rap. So, but he had to duck down for his audience, like Jay-Z say, to get that dollar and to get in. Something like what I did on this album called The Only Girl in the Trap. You know, I couldn't.
We're going to get to that. I just want to be more on your journey, though. We're going to get to on your new project.
I love pop.
Okay.
You know, I was going to say Bizza. I love pop.
Matter of fact, let's put that on pause, because I know Biggie, Pac, they just guaranteed on your. Give me top 5.
Scarface.
Why Scarface? Good answer. Good answer.
I really feel, I know Scarface taught me how to put a story together. He gave me the melody that y'all hear when I'm in my raspy voice and I'm telling my story. That's all Scarface. I connected with Scarface when I was younger, going through my dark areas. I love Scarface.
What's your favorite Scarface song?
Ooh, so many. Of course, I never seen a man cry till I seen a man die.
I ain't never seen a man cry.
Smile.
So I see you, man. That beat was fire.
Yeah.
That's a classic Scarface.
Smile.
Smile for me.
The last song he just did, Fuck You.
Oh, I didn't even hear that. No, I need that. See, you put me up on something.
Gotta check that out.
Yeah?
Yeah, Scarface still got it.
So that's 3. That's 3,
three.
right? 2 more.
Of course, Jigga.
Okay.
Because I love who he became in his journey.
I got a question. You think he should go into politics?
Yeah.
I think that's his next move. For some reason, I feel like we're about to be vote or die for Jay-Z.
Absolutely.
I really feel like because he's preaching a little bit too much. He's on his soapbox.
Yeah.
And then his position, his demeanor, everything feels like a fucking politician, like a baby Barack a little bit.
Yeah.
Am I tripping? Or do you feel okay?
I think you should go for it.
For some reason, I feel like that's the next thing for this nigga. And that'll be dope. Because another reason why I say that, because of documentaries. And him speaking out on the injustices. I mean, nigga, you want change, in order to fucking fight it. You can't beat them, join them, and then switch that shit up while you in there. And I think he's perfect to do that because he got the masses respecting him, respecting his game, listening to what he says. So,
and last but never least is my boy Lil Boosie. I love Lil Boosie. I love Lil Boosie. Like some people like, oh, his voice. Oh my God. I love Little Boosie because he was once on death row and he got me through that yard, and I had to really listen because at first I was down on the wipe me down with him and Fox. Like I'm like, okay, this is cute. But when I got locked up, I actually met him before he got locked up, and people said like, yeah, he's going on death row. He's facing like getting executed, you know, because he was really stressed out at the awards that I seen him at the BET Awards. Like he was in a whole nother, you know, world, and I tried to figure out like what was going on, and somebody told me like, yeah, he got turned himself in. He was facing lethal injection. So it was this song that I heard. Boosie, shout out to Lil Boosie.
I never heard this story. This is exclusive.
Yeah, and then I heard the song called "I'm Coming Home," and he was home, and he talked about how he beat, you know, lethal injection and got home. His fight.
That's a miracle because people don't do that shit. Tookie couldn't even do that shit.
His
and
fight.
He's a Nobel Peace Prize winner.
Yeah, his fight is, you know. I'm gonna tell you why Tookie. I feel like Tookie. Shout out to Tookie, rest in peace. Why he couldn't is because you know the government is afraid of a man with charisma and power. So they felt like if we let you go and you started the Crips with a few other people, Mike except Sean, Barefoot Pookie. And these individuals, if we let you go, ain't no telling what you might do.
And he was transforming minds and had the people to back him. Now, he did it originally negatively, as some people would, but he ended up fucking writing children's books and with a Nobel. So just imagine that type of following and being able to change people's minds at the same time.
Malcolm X movie, when he did his finger like this, and the cops and the feds said that, he said that's too much power for one man to have. So they felt like Tookie had too much power to come back in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
And he's the leader. He probably would have had Bloods riding his wave too, just off the figure that he is. And not even just the gangs, people. You had Italy. You had motherfuckers, kids in Italy, all over the world. Nelson Mandela is visiting you on death row. That's some real shit. For somebody who's supposed to be just a crip leader. Some gangster.
But you know, the media always try to show us what they feel that we should perceive that whole situation about. You know, I was on Street Soldiers when they was saying they was going to execute him. Me, Sam John, and a couple other people was trying to speak it to the women's defense on, you know, the whole game matter.
Yeah, because it's still sad, even though we understand why they would do something, it's still a fucked up situation. So you got this new project coming out. So explain what was the inspiration for that and the name, or introduce it to the world.
Yes, I'm rebirthed into Misty Blanco. Misty Blanco. Misty is short for mysterious. Because I always want people to remember the mysterious.
What makes you so mysterious?
The mystique, like, you know, the mystery.
Cha-cha mystique. I can relate.
Yeah, you already know the mystique.
Yes.
You know, so,
but who gave you that name? I tell you who gave you yours, and I tell you how somebody gave me mine.
Mysterious.
Or did you? Is it self-proclaimed?
Basically self-proclaimed, and you know, in foster care, when my last name got changed from what it was, and me not knowing my family at a time, you know, felt like I had no identity. Everything was mysterious, you know. And then when I was in school, kids used to call me weird because I was a daydreamer. I'm a big one of those people that I still do that now, you know. But I see things. But at that time, kids was like, "You're a weirdo," like, you know. So I looked up the word weird, and it had the word mysterious in there. And I looked up mysterious, and it said beyond human comprehension. So I said, "Oh, that's why," you know. And so Misty is short for mysterious. Blanco, my favorite gangster is Griselda Blanco. You already know.
Yeah.
So I said,
Pink Cowboys. That's how I
don't want to call myself Griselda. It's so cliche.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm going to just take the Blanco part and put Misty Blanco. And then when I looked up the word Blanco, it means purity and white. So I look at the Blanco purifying mysterious.
Yes.
So I'm not the same dark person people remember. I've been rebirthed. I've been purified for what I've been.
You want to hear my thought story though?
Yeah.
So, I was fucking trying, like, I think I had a new phone. I had a phone and I was, like, texting this guy or whatever. And I hit him up with it because nobody had the new number. So, I'm talking mad shit, doing but I'm not, he still don't know who I was. So, he was like, you stole Mysterious. I'm going to call you Mystique.
Ooh.
Because I was giving it to that nigga. My wordplay was on 1,000,000. Yes. So it took some time before he even figured out who the fuck I was. I was like a whole nother bitch.
Hey,
I mean, he got it. He did guess it a few times, but I was still playing like, nah, I'm not that bitch. Fuck out of here. But anyway, let's get back to the day. So that's how Mysterious came. And then it stuck. Like, you know, people kept calling me Mystique, 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 and it kind of stuck. And Cha-Cha is just a childhood name. Like, if you call me Cha-Cha, it's because you watched me grow up. Like, everybody, like, jobs and shit like that. I'm Chastity. That's my real name. But if you call me Cha-Cha because you knew what hood I was from, like, only my family, blood, people I grew up with call me Cha-Cha. So,
yeah.
So that's why my name is this way, because I'm giving the real me to the world. We family here. So you could call me Cha-Cha. It's a privilege to call me Cha-Cha. Yeah. Okay. So the new project. So you was I'm sorry, what was it called again?
The new project is called The Only Girl in the Track. Okay. And you can download it for free on www.mysteriousLane.com. Just hit download on your computer and you get 9 tracks, the whole album.
For free?
For free.
Jesus.
You know, fire.
But what was the inspiration? What is the story behind this new project?
I'm gonna say a mentor that I have to keep in the cut, you know, that's in the game. His whole thing to me was Mysterious. Listen, everybody know you could spit. Everybody know you got bars, but you have to show that you're marketable. You have to speak to the youth because they don't hear that right now. This is what they hear is trap, and you have to show that you're more than just a hip hop artist. So it's the new album is actually a pop album. It's not really.
So this is something different than what
I'm singing and everything on it.
Really? Can I get like a little?
I'm not Jennifer Hudson. You know what I'm saying? I'm a future type.
It's like Drakey, like
Drakey. You know what I'm saying? Kind of Nicki-ish, kind of, you know, futurist. So I'm singing on track 7 and track 4. You know, so and I actually, my sister, oh my God, she could tell you I did not. What to do this? Like when I was getting the tracks, I was like, "What the fuck are they doing to me?" You know, what I'm saying, I am gangster, I am mysterious. No. You know, and
you fought the process.
I tried to fight it until I
did
it.
What that's like because even with radio, I'm raggedy.
Yeah, until I did it.
They trying to polish me up. Like, no, fuck you, man! I ain't having no fucking Heineken. Are you crazy? So I can't.
Yeah, so it did what I did it, and I heard the music. I said, okay, it came from me not believing. 2018, I'm going into 2018 like I am who I am. Like, you know, I am a part of hip hop, whether people want to give me that or, you know, not. I am a part of history.
No, you're acknowledged. Like, that is stamped. I really want you to win, but even if you don't, that, like you said, nobody can never take that away. Right. Nobody can walk around, I've been nominated for a Grammy. Right. Like, who says that shit? Yeah. Only a very select few. So that's huge shit.
It's the world is really going to see Misty Blanco. Like, I'm really going to hit these streets heavy.
So have you, like, started touring or doing showcases, shows?
I did some showcases or whatever, but 2018 is really my year. You're going to really see me turn up.
You're going to show your ass. Girl. Is that serious? I want to be front row. So we're gonna wrap up the live after. Did I do my thing though? Live after hours. Like you didn't get that on stage. I kind of like this. I think I got more exclusive shit though. Yeah. Did I though?
Yes, you did.
Did I do a good job?
You did a great job. You made me so comfortable.
Misty Blanco. So those that watching, I know we did it before, but fuck that. I don't even care about earlier. Well, I do care because we spoke about some real issues, but this was so lit, like, and I appreciate you. Like, I really enjoyed it. I came in here so emotional, and just like you said, I made you feel comfortable. You made me feel me feel comfortable because I'm like, this is the last show. I don't know, and all this other shit. And I'm
and this show. You're huge. Just know that.
Don't do that.
You're huge. And when you blow, and
Don't
I'm
do
like, yo,
that.
can I sit on that couch?
Yes, you can. Any motherfucker, you
Blow.
can help me call. You can be guest, co-host, whatever. Just pull the fuck up. Let me holler at me so I can arrange it right and present you well. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, so much. I had anxiety because I don't know. It's how people be like, new year, new me. And I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna match this shit? How the fuck everything? Because we technically not even still a year. We started this show in April, so it's like, how the fuck? And I didn't, nigga, this ride was crazy since April. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got afforded a lot of opportunities and met a lot of fucking amazing people and did a lot of fucking things that I never thought, And I just want to be better than what the fuck I was. Like. And so I'm having anxiety, like, the year is ending, January's coming, what the fuck am I gonna do?
Be you, and shine more, and give them more you, You are amazing, and, don't doubt yourself, and know that you are the next, or the biggest thing on the streets. 2018 is your year, like it's my year.
Yeah, you gotta give me some of that. Oh my God! Wait, hold on. Let me get the wig together. She probably to the side. Am I right though? Okay. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna. Is there anything you want to tell anybody? Any shout outs? This is your red carpet moment. Let everybody know how you feel.
I want to shout out my team that couldn't make it. Prince Hoppo, Alcabir, SB. Shout out my sis.
Shout out to the big sis over there.
Building. Shout out everybody who believe and people who don't believe, because I say don't believe too, because that's the energy that I need to succeed. Shout out my hometown. And shout out my son, who's 14. They won their basketball game today.
Jesus.
He made 18 points.
Oh, yes.
His name is Aaron the
get
Goat.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's go. Greatest of all time. Let's get it.
Yeah, so shout out my children. My oldest son, Michael, DeAndre, Aaron, Amari, and Chuck. We in here.
In the building. And shout out to all of y'all. I know I said my goodbyes earlier, but this is live act. This is what we do. And I appreciate you for sticking around and having this exclusive ass interview. I hope all of y'all tuning in. And I'm saving this video. I'm going to repost it. We're going to do big things. I'm going to make sure it's lit for the next year. And this ain't over for me and you. Like, I want your number. You can have mine. I like to, Snapchat. It feels I might send you, some friendly shit.
Okay.
You ready, though? I can be annoying sometimes, though.
No, you got a good vibe.
I do, though. You do, too. And I'm really inspired by you. And I'm glad to see that you, overcame all your adversity. And I'm proud of you because you swam when you had every opportunity to sink. And just keep going, and I can't wait to hear what's next coming out of you, the next single, the next all of that. And shout out to you. I can't even say, I don't even want to say bye. You see me procrastinating.
But thank you. I really appreciate you. And same to you, too.
Yes, and I wish you all good things, 2018 and beyond. Fuck just the year.
Thank you.
Lifetime. Like how Jay-Z said, everybody chasing that white light. I'm thinking forever here.
I love that line. I take things as signs. Jay-Z got a line. He said, when you hit someone, I forgot what he said. He said, tell them Blanco sent you. I'm coming.
I'm coming. See? I'm coming for your ass. And we up off this. Thank all everybody tuning into live. And I'm going to repost recaps if you missed it. And we lit. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Feliz Navidad. Everybody round up their hams, they pernil, and arroz con gandules. Just make sure you save me a motherfucking plate, because I want to come. And I'll be up off this. Bye, y'all.